Hey guys, I just wrote a blog entry about how I take care of my contact lenses, but I realized that photo tutorials are not as helpful as video tutorials, so now I do have a pair that I have not opened yet, so I would have to go through my whole process before I store them, so therefore I decided, hey, why not make a video? So there we go. This is going to be my how I take care of my lenses video. Okay, let's get started. First you will need, obviously, a pair of lenses, and I'm using the EOS color, and they are tear blue. I don't know, I'm using this camera for the first time, so I don't know if it's going to focus. Probably not. We'll find out later, eventually. Next, what I usually use is this clear care stuff. You're supposed to use it with a case that it comes with. I call it the torture device because it definitely looks like one. And what it does is this solution contains hydrogen peroxide and this little metal thing in here, excuse me, it reacts with the hydrogen peroxide and it makes bubbles go up, and lenses are stored in these two containers. So it would be active cleaning, and I feel that I usually do this right before or right after I get lenses for the first time. That's how I would clean them. And then if I wear a lot of makeup and I feel like the makeup could have gotten on the lenses, I would also use this. So I guess this will be exciting. For those of you who have not seen this before, for those of you who have, I'm pretty sure you know how awesome it is to watch for the first time. So hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. Alright, and let's go. So first off, I'm going to take my lens container. Usually they have this little arrow on the silver part of it where you're supposed to lift the white part of the lid up. But this one doesn't have one, or I'm too blind to see it, but it does have a little indentation right here. I don't know, you probably can't, oh, you can see it, I guess. It's right here. So I'm going to try and see if that works. You just usually, oh, it worked. Bring it up like that, and tear off gently the silver part. If it doesn't work, use either a letter opener or something like that. I usually use a knife, which is not good, but you could if you're very careful. This is not easy. But on the bright side, your lenses are very protected. Alright, and now you can take off this cover here. This one's easy. And you can see the very transparent lens swimming in there. Yay, pretty. And there we go. Now we go off to the next part. Now I'm going to take the torture device, as I call it, open it up, and make sure that these flaps are open and ready for when my lenses are ready. Actually, first off, these two have the R and the L for right and left lenses on them. So if you do use different power of lenses, make sure you know which one you put it into. For me, both of my eyes are not, I don't use power lenses, so it's easy for me, but I still like to keep them in their separate little parts. So I usually just take the lens container, shake it up a bit, and pour it out with the lens into my hand. Let the solution drain, and use any just saline solution that you use for your lenses. I currently use this one. It's from Costco. And rinse that out. The reason I like to do this is because I'm slightly paranoid. I like my lenses to be super clean, so you don't have to do that often. Or that much, I guess. And then, this is uncomfortable. Place the lens gently on the bumpy part of the container and close that up. Do the same with the second one. While I was off camera, I opened the other container as well. Hopefully that's okay. You don't need to see me opening 2 containers. That's just silly. It's okay if it flips inside out, as long as afterwards you know which side is the right side. Don't put the lens's wrong side in your eye, because that will be very uncomfortable. So now you're done with that, I again like to go over with just regular solution. I understand it might be over the top, but it's going in my eye, and I would not like it if there was any dirt on it at all. So to avoid any of that, I just clean that all off, leave it to the side for a few seconds, because now I'm going to take the Clear Care solution, and notice how it has a red cap and a giant red thing on it that says, do not put in your eye. Well, that's for those silly of us who would consider putting it in our eyes. Please don't do that. And if you can see, this container has a little line as to where you're supposed to fill it until. And just go ahead and do that. It's very self-explanatory, to be honest, but better know what you're doing, right? And now that you're done putting that in there, just place the torture device inside, and as you can see, just twist it over, as you can see, the bubbles are have started. The first time I saw this, it was amazing. I believe it goes like that for maybe 4 or so hours. You're supposed to leave it until, I believe it's 6 hours. I'm going to look that up and put it in the down bar, but the bubbles stop in the middle of it, and then they're all clean. So we're going to leave this here, and I'm going to come back and show you what I do right afterwards. Alright guys, it's been a little bit over 6 hours. I actually let the solution soak overnight because I'm very impatient and I constantly keep checking whether it's been 6 hours or not, and I notice that overnight I just, sleep. So I don't notice. As you can see, the solution stopped bubbling. That means that it's neutralized and that you can now take out your lenses and actually use them. So let's do just that. You will need a contact lens case. I personally prefer the ones you buy at drugstores, or I bought this one at Safeway in a 3-pack. I prefer not to use, these guys that come with lenses already, because last time I did that, the solution dried out really fast. Or there was something wrong with these guys and I lost about 5 pairs of lenses. So I know these are still here. That's because I don't have enough of these guys. I'm doing a run to a drugstore soon, so this is going to be transferred to one of these guys. I noticed that these will last pretty much forever because they have a really good coating inside of them. Honestly, I don't know exactly what it is, but they're pretty thick. So they're not too cheap. Actually, some of them sell these guys for like $6. But if you find a good deal, get these guys. They're gonna prolong the life of your lenses. So in the end, it's gonna get cheaper. Yay! Alright, so once you're ready, open up your lens case. Make sure that you clean it before you use it right after you purchase these, because, it goes into your eye. So I already did that. So I'm just going to fill these with contact lens solution and set it aside for just a few seconds. And then I'm going to open this torture device. You can pour that out. You don't need that anymore. You can't really reuse the solution, so there's no point in keeping it. And keeping in mind which lens you're taking out. This one's the left one. This one's the right one. I don't know, you probably can't see, but there's a little R. No, there's an R right here. Right there. Anyway, carefully open up these two and gently take out the lens and put it in the proper container side, and then you can close it up. Do the same with the other lens. So just open that up, scoop out the lens. Be careful not to rip them. Place that in there. Again, close it up. And now you're almost ready. So your lenses are safe and secure in here. There are no gaps in between these guys. I've noticed that there's a little gap here between the lid and the container itself, so that may be why it dries out so fast. So the last thing I usually do is I use these round label stickers, and I just write down what brand it is, what model and color it is, and when I open them, because I noticed that once I got more than 3 pairs of lenses, it's really hard to keep up on when I open them. So this is perfect. It's awesome, and I know when to throw them out or get a new pair. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and let me know if you want me to do more of these kind of videos, and I will. They're a bit more explanatory than my blog, but I do put a lot of mumbling and rambling in my blog, so if you're interested in that, click the link below and go ahead and see that entry. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Bye bye.